Welcome, my name is Colleen Tauke, and in this Sew Easy we're going to talk about how to piece an orange peel block. Now you can see in front of me the basic pieces for the orange peel, the center piece and then four outer curved pieces. Now the quilt behind me utilizes this block really well, and we're going to isolate it. You can see the block is here and here, and when it's combined here with the star block, you get this illusion of circles within your quilt. So it's maybe a little bit of a challenging block, but it makes a great addition to your quilt. So once you've created and cut your pieces, the center and the four outer pieces, what we need to do is do some curve piecing. Now curve piecing usually strikes fear in the heart, but because these are a long, gentle curve, they're easier for us to do and great for beginning. So what we're going to do is fold and find the center of this open curve here, and we're going to do the same thing with this piece. We're going to fold it in half and just make a little pinch pleat or fold there, and we're going to match up the pieces. Now I've got this laid with the rounded piece on top. What I really want though is I'm going to work from this side, and I'm going to match those little spots where we've made a little pinch fold, and I'm going to put just a tiny little pin to hold that. And what we want is not a big bite into that, but a small, so that it has the ability to pivot somewhat. And that'll become more evident as we start our piecing. Then we're going to go to each end and we're going to match up the corners. These have been kind of engineered into make it easy to match, so we're going to do that end, and we're going to do the same thing here. And we have what looks like a lot of fullness to try and put together, but with a little patience we can then draw this back and stitch this wide open curve. So we're going to take it to the sewing machine. This first pin is just here so that we can get it under the machine and placed. And once we get the presser foot in place and we take our first couple of stitches into the fabric, I like to take the pin out at that point. And then what we're going to do is just match the fabric cut edges right along our 1/4 inch seaming all the way along, and gently, step by step, every once in a while stop. Remember to breathe. Usually when we get nervous and we kind of hold our breath, so you're going to keep stitching that 1/4 inch seam all the way along, and you'll notice there's fullness along this left hand side, but that's okay, it's supposed to be there. The 1/4 inch, the pieces are shaped so the 1/4 inch seam fit perfectly. And if you need, you can use a stiletto or a T-pin, or you can just nudge it with your fingernail to get it to go under there. When we get to about the halfway point, we get to the next pin, take it out, and then we have that last amount of fullness on the last half. So again, we're stopping and kind of fluffing this to the side, working out that extra fullness. Work the curve all the way along. Your first couple, when I've taught curve piecing, I've always told people the first couple of blocks that you do like this are your kindergarten blocks. So just practice on a couple and then get into the pieces that go actually into your quilt, because you'll be graduated quickly. And that last piece, we've adjusted all the fullness, got to that last pin, pull it out, and off the end we are. Now, as always, the question is, what do we do with all the fullness and which direction do we want to press this? Because this is what we've created. And the question at this point is that you will naturally see that the fabric wants to open out. The seam allowance wants to go upward here. So just let it. It's perfect. Okay, we're coming in here. We can just finger press this slightly. Then we take it over to the iron. And remember, these curves are all bias, so be very gentle with them. Opening the seam all the way out along that curve that you created. And flatten it nicely. So there is the first inset along there. And you're also going to want to add the other 3. So here we have a finished block with all 4 pieces put in place. You'll notice that they blend and come into the fabric's the set-in pieces almost kiss right along that outer edge. And we'll show you the back side. This is where the fun part is. See, all the seam allowances are pressed toward those set-ins all the way around. And your orange peel block is ready to make your next quilt look great. For more Sew Easies, visit our website.